guys, welcome back to the Glam Factory. First off, can I just apologise for the quality of this video. I'm using a webcam today. I'm in the middle of creating my studio and the HD cam is on its way. The soft lighting boxes as well for my lighting, so please stay tuned and bear with me for HD quality videos. Today it's just a quick video. I'm just going to talk you through the makeup that I'm wearing today, so it's more of a how-to than a tutorial. My makeup was inspired by Bella Swan in Breaking Dawn Part 2. It's a beautiful makeup. It's my favourite look out of all the films. I'm quite a rock chick and quite goth at heart, so I think that's why I like it, although it's a very subtle look. Okay, so I started off with a clean face, of course. I moisturised my face and I used Nivea oil free, which is the oil free moisturiser day cream. It's just nice and cheap from the high street, but great product and oil free. I then used a slightly more expensive product, which is Mercier oil free foundation primer. I love this product, it's lovely and creamy. I worked that into my skin with a Real Techniques buffing brush. Worked it through the T-zone first and then worked it around the rest of the face. I used the same brush straight after to apply my foundation. The foundation that I use is New Skin Revive in Barley by Sleek. Again, this is an oil-free foundation. I've got a very oily T-zone, so I like to use oil-free products, so that way my skin's not too oily, and I like a matte finish as well, so this is great. I actually find this better than MAC Studio Fix Fluids. I used to work for MAC. I love their products, still use their products, but everybody's different with the skin. I love this foundation. So I took this foundation, popped it on the back of my hands. I took my Real Techniques buffing brush and I buffed that all over the face, working from the centre outwards. Buffed it all in. I didn't powder after, I like to powder last. Okay, moving on. I then went on to using a MAC paint pot. This is Painterly. This is great, gives you a nice matte finish, especially if you've got oily lids like I do. I just used my finger, I popped that all over the eye, under the eye. I actually took it through the brow as well, because I find that it helps your shadow stick better to your brows, because I use an eyeshadow through my brows. I then took a MAC 266 and I took a sleek palette, which this is Oh So Natural, and I took the third colour in, which is this light one here, which if you want to compare it to say MAC, I'd probably say it's similar to Omega. So I defined my brows with that. I then went over the top of that, just using this really cheap MUA palette. This is available at Superdrug. This was like £4, so cheap. And second in, this really light grey, I just ashed the colour of my brows up. I don't like any reds in my brows, so I just used this light grey colour and I went over the top of that lighter colour from the Sleek Oh So Natural palette. I then took this Smashbox base shadow brush. This is number 3. I took another Sleek palette. This one is Ultra Matte Dark. This is the V2, and I took this colour here. This is called Nougat. I've actually kept the swatches for this, so easy to tell you. This is Nougat, so I just loaded up my brush, took it all over both eyes, and that's just going to set that paint palette, and that's going to give us a nice base to work from. From the same palette, I took this colour here, which is called Toast, which is the second one along here. I took that all over the lid, and what I did is I started to blend it up on the outer corner towards the brow, and then with a clean 217 I just blended that through. So again, I took it all over the lid and I just blended it up on the outer corner towards the brow, and I used a clean 217 and I just blended that through. Okay, moving on. I then went back to my Sleek palette and I took this third colour along here, which is a nice matte brown. It's quite a medium colour. I'd say it was quite similar to Brun from MAC. I then took my Real Techniques shading brush and I just defined my crease. So just on the outer third of the eye, just defined the crease and brought it down as well to the lash line. And then using the same 217 as I did for my base shadow, which was the Toast, out of the Sleek Ultra Matte Dark palette, and I just blended that through to join in with that Toast. Really blended it. More blending the better. With the dark shadow, I took it slightly higher than the actual visual. That's because I've got a hooded eye. So by taking this dark matte colour on the hood of the eye, it's going to create more of a new socket. So it's going to stop your eye looking so hooded. You're going to see the makeup and see the shape that we're creating using that dark shadow. So again, I just blended that up, taking it slightly higher over the hood on my eye, which is going to help disguise that hood for you. I then took a MAC shadow. This one is Embark. It's a matte brown. It's got a lot of warmth in it, and it's nice and dark as well, which is great. I went back to my 266. I dipped it in a little water, placed it in my Embark, and I just lined the outer third of the waterline, and just flicking it up slightly, just to create a very slight flick on the outer corner of the eye. I also took that and I placed it underneath as well. So I tight lined my eye with this colour as well. So best way I find to do it, dip it in the Embark and then just push it along. And that again, it's just going to make my lashes look slightly darker. I then curled my lashes with my number 7 eyelash curler, and I went in with the number 7 mascara. This one is Lash Adapt. I really like this. I really like the brush. It's really buildable as well. So lots and lots of mascara on the top, very light mascara on the bottom, not much at all. Now with the remnants of the matte shadow that was left on my shading brush, I just took that under the eye, so not too much, so it's just the remnants of the dark shadow. I then applied false lashes using duo glue. The lashes I'm wearing are Wispies by Ardell. You can pick them up from Boots. You can also get them from Sally's when they're cheaper if you have a trade card, as I do, so I get them from there. They're really beautiful lashes. I think they're great for this look. They're very natural, very feathery, and they just add length and a bit more depth to your lashes. I then concealed under my eyes and around my nose using this collection, and this is Lasting Perfection. Lasts for 16 hours, so it says. I love it actually, it stays in place really, really well, and I'm a big fan of liquid concealers as opposed to cream concealers. I just find cream concealers, they crease more for me, and I find the liquids much better. I use a Real Techniques concealer brush to blend that in, and also just to clean it around the eye to get that nice perfect sharp look on the outer corner of the shadow. I then went in and I powdered my face, powdered everything into place, and I used a MAC 187, and I used this, which is MUA. It's from Superdrug, dead cheap, great product. This was about £3 I think. It's a really, really nice powder. It goes on well, blends in beautifully, sets everything really nicely, and it does keep everything matte, eliminates your shine. Great product. So inexpensive. Love cheap products. Love, love, love. I then took a contour kit by Sleek. This is in medium, and I took a Real Techniques contouring brush. Put that in the dark colour, and following my contour, just brought it down and then blended upwards. I then took the highlighter and I applied that to the upper part of my cheekbone. So if you imagine here, you've got your cheekbone here, just underneath the cheekbone, the ridge, that's where you want to contour and you want to highlight on the cheekbone itself, so it's going to bring those cheekbones out. That's exactly what I did. Okay, what am I missing? Lips. I kept the lip really natural and really matte. I've got quite dark lips naturally, so the colour that I find best for me, this is a Maybelline pencil. It's a lip pencil and it is in Hazelnut, and I literally just took that all over the lip. And I absolutely love this pencil. It gives you a nice satin matte finish, and it's not too dissimilar to my actual natural lip colour. It's just slightly darker, which is what I like. So really this look is all about contouring. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook, and you can keep up to date with all my up and coming videos. Next time it should be a HD video and a proper tutorial. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.